Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, good.
Hey, I've seen this meme running around Instagram. You've seen it. There's no doubt because it's one of those that has been like not even reposted, like basically like claimed and stolen or however you want to put it,
Yeah.
by like every account, right?
Right.
I don't know how I feel about that. Sometimes I feel like, do you not have anything original to share? But this is one that I know why they're sharing it, and it's that apprenticeship versus college meme.
Yeah.
And there's been variations of this over the years, but this one is, it gives a list of college, pay for the classroom learning. And then it gives a list of apprenticeship, get paid for on the job training. And then below that are basically like a rundown of years 1 through 4. And it says on the college side, cost $22,500 a year. On the apprentice side, earnings $18 to $24 an hour to start. So you can see where this is going, right? Year 2 or year 1, $22,500 in debt. For an apprentice, year 1, $37,400 to $49,920 benefits and pension, plus benefits and pension. Well, first of all, there ain't no one first year apprentices making 50 grand.
Yeah. Not around
Not
here
to
anyway.
nitpick here, but that ain't gonna
Yep.
happen. But so you see this, you've seen
Yeah.
this meme. If you don't know exactly which one I'm talking to and you're listening to this, you've seen it. Trust me.
Yeah.
You've seen a variation of it.
Yep.
And it just got me thinking, like, okay, I love the comparison of, to promote trade school.
Yep.
I love that. Like, why I've been promoting trade school via Mechanical Hub in my writings and videos for a long time.
Yeah.
I've talked to local kids. I've went to the high schools. I've promoted trade school over college for those that it might be a better fit for years. So this meme doesn't get me going because of that. What gets me going on this meme is that it's so one-sided.
Yeah.
It's so like college is bad, apprenticeship, trade school is good. And that's not true for everyone. Just as it's not true to tell every kid you got to go to college.
Right. Yeah. I would definitely agree on that. I mean, I look at it and I go, well, if I say college is bad, then I'm super hypocritical because I'm currently paying for my daughter to go to school. Right.
There you go. Andy, you are a hypocrite. Just stop talking right now, dude.
I'm done.
I can't even listen to this.
Right.
I'm done.
And that said, I'm not saying that it has nothing to do with, well, she's a girl, she needs to go to school instead of going to the trades, because that's totally not true.
Oh no, not at all.
She is as capable as any man that's ever existed, and would be in any trade that's out there. And I don't say that just because she's my kid and whatever.
No, because it's just the way it is. Like, get over it. Like, women are probably better at most trades than men would be.
Exactly. So to say that, I mean, do we need to change our attitude towards college and towards the trades? Absolutely, we do. But I feel like largely the attitude that is being promoted or adjusted to is screw college. Nobody needs to go to college. And it's all in the trades. And okay, yeah, I get that. It's a knee-jerk reaction to, hey, we're finally getting traction. This is finally something that's getting talked about. I mean, it's been a passionate subject for any tradesperson forever, forever and ever. And it's finally coming out mainstream because of the labor shortages that the other side or the mainstream media is seeing, these labor shortages, right? So now it's getting talked about. It's all of a sudden become a problem that's in the limelight, that's been a problem. And so I don't know. You see these memes and like you say, it's so one-sided, super one-sided, because there are, it doesn't fit all the scales. It doesn't have all the information there.
No, it doesn't. Like this meme, total earnings over 4 years for an apprentice, 175 to 225 plus benefits and pension. I don't
Yeah.
agree with that number. That's not the point of this meme, because over on the college side it says total over 4 years, $90,000 debt plus college degree. Okay, well, um, yeah, it costs money to go to school. Is
Yeah.
this? I mean, we're not just now realizing that. So
Right.
to use that as the only reason, like to use that as the impetus to say like trade school's so much better because you don't have debt. Well, no, that's actually a super good point. Going to trade school, a benefit of that is that typically you're going to leave that, you're going to be out into the you're working your occupation as a professional after a certain amount of time, and you aren't going to have debt.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's also ways to work through college and not have debt. It's not
Yeah.
super likely. It's not super common.
Well,
But there's also, you don't have to go to a $25,000 or more a year school either, because,
yeah.
community college is inexpensive and you can get a degree there. You can go to, there's a lot of ways to
Well,
do it. But
go to an in-state school. I mean, that's, like I said, I'm super supportive of what my daughter's doing. And one of the conversations that we've had, I mean, since starting this podcast a year or two before she went off to college,
yep.
and really having more conversations than I had previously. We had the conversation. This is how much college is going to cost. The first semester she went to an out-of-state school, I don't remember what it was, $12,000 a semester, something like that. So it fit the motto of this chart, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Now that she has came back to um, Missoula to go to school, what we're paying now, like $3,500 a semester. So, I mean, theoretically, she's going to be done in her, and she's like I say, she's will excel at anything she puts her mind to. Should be graduating next year, a year early, with her first degree, which is great. That's awesome. Super proud of her, and she should have that done in under 20 grand, right?
Yeah. Well, that's significant.
I
Most
mean,
kids won't, though. For
most
sure.
kids won't. But that said, if you apply yourself, look at the options that are out there. She's going to a local college here in Missoula. So it's a D1 school. There's 32,000 students there. It's not an insignificant small thing. But in most states, if you go to an in-state college that's not a private college, you'll find that the tuition is reasonable. And a lot of these colleges, because they're seeing lower enrollment numbers now, are starting to look at it and go, well, how do we incentivize people to come to our college?
Yeah.
You got to look out there. It's basically on sale. And
Well, but trade school's on sale too. Like they've been promoting the
absolutely.
hell out of that, and we should
Yeah,
absolutely 100%. I'm
absolutely
not
should.
this. The point I wanted to make is that like this too one sided. We have to be more open,
Yep.
because if we're gonna talk to kids about, young adults about joining a trade, we can't be like, well, this is better for every
Right.
reason, because it's not.
No.
The fact of the matter is, until even the most recent statistics that are put together by people way smarter than us and
Yeah.
everybody listening, or most people listening, I mean, trust me, we got some smart listeners, there's no doubt, but these stats come from people that know what they're talking about, and they're not wrong. Like, you go to college, you're going to earn, on average, a person with a college degree is going to earn more annually than somebody that doesn't. Well, that's not true for everyone. That's not what I'm
No.
saying. I make more doing what I'm doing than if I would have stuck it out, been an engineer, because that's what I started out doing. I was in engineering school and everything. I dropped out. I've told that story. There's no doubt I'm making more
Yeah.
because of my trade than had I stuck with that.
Well,
Uh,
and you've applied yourself in a different
yeah.
means
Well, I'm not
than
doing just plumbing though either.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I think that's the thing that a lot of people need to understand there too, is that um, as with any career, that you're going to get out of it what you put in. I mean,
Yeah.
the old adage of garbage in equals garbage out, right?
Yeah.
If you don't put the effort in, then well, don't expect to have a lot of effort put back or come out of it, or a lot of result come out of it. And I think that's something that a lot of people a lot of people in society these days don't really think about. They're like, oh, I'm going to go work my 8 and then I'm headed home and I'm not doing anything else. I'm going to whatever. And guess
Sure.
what? You know what? The people that are successful in this were still at it, whether they were in college or whether they were in some sort of a trade, were still at it long after the 8.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could say
You know,
that. There's other ways
whether
to say it too, though. Like, look, you could just have some people have a different plan,
sure,
and however they're going to achieve it, it might mean like literally like what you're saying, or it might mean like over time they're putting, they're getting extra training. They're, positioning themselves to get different types of experience within their job or, but that's kind of what you're saying, I guess, is not
yeah,
literally after 8 hours, these people don't quit. It's they're
they're
putting in the time and
improving.
the effort to
Yep.
better themselves.
Yes,
That's probably what you mean, I
that's
guess.
more of what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean to pick on anybody that's a big sports fan or whatever. It's one of the things that I've never gotten involved in. I'll watch.
Don't
I'll
get
watch.
started down this path. You get
know,
animated. You should see Andy
I
talk
know.
about sports.
Yeah, and like I say, I'm not going to hate on anybody about it. I've always looked at it and said, I'm going to go find something else to do. I mean,
I'm going to better myself.
TV
I'm not
is
going to watch
not
baseball.
Well, I mean, I'll come out and screw around in the shop, or I'll go out and screw around in the garage.
Yeah, but see, that's your That's your
it totally
that's
is.
your thing you want to do.
Yep.
And you could say that, look, you hunt. I'm not going to go sit out in the woods.
No, 100%.
Nah,
100%.
giving you a hard time. No, I think it's just, look, I don't know what I want to talk about this day. I want to bring up that meme and just like point out, like, look, we have to promote the trades. We have to talk to people and show them and lead by example and, just be an example. Show these people like, look, you can have a great life working in these trades, but it doesn't mean that going to college is stupid, because if anybody thinks that, I'm sorry. It's such a limited viewpoint on things. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it, dude.
That's all we got to say.
That's all. I'm going to go on and on, but we're on a bonus, so we're going to hit stop.
Do it.
Otherwise, it's too long.
I know.
I like that rigid sweatshirt there, bro.
That's nice. It's nice. Thank you. Thanks, Becky.
Becky. I never got a sweatshirt from Rigid.
Well, guess you're not such a cool guy.
All right, guys. You know what I haven't brought up for a while?
What's up?
Hit us up over on your podcast app. Leave us a review. Give us a 5-star rating if you think this is the best,
absolutely
pleasurable experience you've ever experienced.
Here's something we haven't done in a while, Eric. And talking about things we haven't done in a while.
Yeah.
We should. We need to come up with a Q&A thing again. We haven't done
Q&A.
that in a while.
Send in your questions or answers or
questions,
comments,
and we'll answer it. Just randos.
How do you want them to do that?
DM us, Instagram. That work the easiest?
It works. You can send us a DM over on Instagram. The links are right in the show notes, right here on the podcast app. The other thing you could do, though, Andy, is they can leave us like a voice message.
Voice message.
There's a link there right in your app. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, just scroll down. There's a little link there. You can hit that link and you can start talking to us. You can tell us how much you just hate listening to me talk about going to college.
Yeah.
And we will listen.
Yeah.
And if you give us permission, we'll use that audio on the air and we'll talk about it. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. I think it'd be fun to plug that all together and get some voices online.
It would be a lot of fun to hear our listeners talking on our podcast. I would love to hear that.
We could see if Lane could get some like funny caricature faces to make up so that, because we aren't going to have their video.
No, see, you're going to scare them away. We'll make you look hot. Strong.
Yeah, hot, big, sweaty.
Not hot like temperature hot, like good looking.
I know.
Did things just get weird?
It did. Slightly. Leave us a message.
Bye.
See ya.